So wasting no time here, with the first overall pick, the Detroit Red Wings select Alexis Lafreniere. So quickly before I talk about Alexis Lafreniere right here, I'm just going to say, a lot of you guys that are watching aren't subscribed, so if you're enjoying this, make sure to subscribe if you do enjoy this video. So let's just get right into it with Alex Lafreniere. I'm not going to talk too in-depth about these players. If you want to see me talk in-depth, check out my last mock draft. So as I said, at number 1, Alex Lafreniere. He is an elite playmaker. He will be an elite, maybe even a franchise player for the Detroit Red Wings. He will come in and he'll be their best prospect, hands down. I would personally prefer Stützle. I love Stützle. He's a great player. He does most things right. But if I'm talking about who they're going to pick, it's definitely going to be Lafreniere. Very, very good player. I think he had 110 points in the QMJHL with Rimouski this year. Very, very solid playmaker. He can shoot. He doesn't utilize his shot enough, but great shot either way. And he's a very, very good player. Either way, they're getting a good player. With the second overall pick, the Ottawa Senators select Quinton Byfield. So Quinton Byfield is all but guaranteed to go second. Every rankings that is anything, no disrespect to any of these that aren't on here, but Hockey Prospects has him at 2, Future Consideration has him at 2, McKean's Hockey has him at 2, and he is ranked number 2 by NHL Central Scoutings for NA Skaters. He is ranked number 2 by Elite Prospects, but the only one who doesn't have him at 2 is ISS Hockey, who has him at number 4. I have him at number 3. Honestly, I could see this guy turning into a bust, but I feel like he will be a solid player. I could see him being a bust, but he is a solid player. He had 82 points in 45 games this season, and he is a big centerman, 6'4". He's very, very good, but I don't see him living up to his potential. I see him not being a top-line guy, but a second-line guy. With the third overall pick, the Ottawa Senators select Tim Stützle. So, Tim Stützle would be a very, very good pick for Ottawa at number 3. They would be getting a top 6 center and a first-line winger. I have a feeling that he's going to work out and he's going to be one of the best wingers in the league, if not the best. Maybe not the best, because there is a lot of good younger guys out there, but I feel like in his prime, he's going to be putting up 100 or 90 point seasons. Most have him ranked at 3, but some have him other. Hockey Prospects at number 3, Future Considerations number 3, 2 by ISS Hockey, which I feel like 2 is pretty good. 3 by McKean's Hockey, 1 by NHL Central Scouting, but that's just for EU skaters, and 8 by Elite Prospects. I feel like 8 would be an absolute steal. He played against men in the DEL. He had 34 points in 41 games, and he went to the World Juniors, and he had 9 points in 8 games on Germany. Germany is not the best team, so I feel that is even better than, say, if Lafreniere had that. But he's just a very solid player. I would probably rate him higher than this, but I feel this is where he would go in the draft. With the 4th overall pick, the LA Kings select Marco Rossi. So Mikko Rossi is one of the older players in this draft, but don't let that deceive you. He is really, really good. He's been good for a while. He put up, I think it was the best 16-year-old year in the, I don't know what league it was, but it was somewhere in Switzerland, and he put up, I think it was the best draft -2 year of all time or something. And this year, he has the most points in this draft class, with 120 in 56 games. He is incredible. He's got good hockey sense. He's a good playmaker. And he's just all around great. He can shoot the puck. He doesn't utilize that well like a lot of people in this draft, but he is great. And with the 5th overall pick, the Anaheim Ducks select defenseman Jaime Drysdale. So Jaime Drysdale is the best defenseman in this draft. He is going to be easily a top pair guy. I really like this guy. He's an offensive defenseman. He'll be a good QB for the power play. He's just very offensive. He has good footwork, good speed, just all around elite skating, and he's got great puck handling. He can shoot the puck. He is just all around great when it comes to offensive game, and his defensive game is actually very solid too. You might think with a more offensive guy like Jaime Drysdale, he might not have the best defense, but he actually is very solid in his own end and when players are coming at him on the rush. And he actually back checks very well when he gets caught up in the rush, which he does quite a bit. He rushes a lot. With the 6th overall pick, the New Jersey Devils select Lucas Raymond. So Lucas Raymond has bounced around a little bit up and down the draft board. I have him here, and hockeyprospects.com has him at 6. Future Considerations has him at 4. ISS Hockey has him at 5. McKean's Hockey has him at 4. He's ranked 4th by NHL Central Scouting out of the EU skaters. I don't think he's the 4th best EU skater. I think he's a little bit better, like probably 2nd, 3rd. I'd say 3rd. Elite Prospects has him at 4. I could see him going 4, but at the same time, I also could see him going 6 or 7. He is very, very good. This year, he had, for Frölunda of the Super Elite, he had 14 in 9 games before getting called up to the SHL, where he still played for Frölunda HC, and he had 10 points in 33 games. So he's definitely not ready for that yet, but he has a good potential. With the 7th overall pick, the Buffalo Sabres select forward Alexander Holtz. So he is ranked anywhere between 5 and 9. I could see him going anywhere in that range. I don't see him going 9, maybe 8. But he is ranked 2nd by NHL Central Scouting in European skaters, which is very, very good. He is very offensively skilled. He's a pure goal scorer, shoot first player. He is very, very good at shooting the puck. He scores a lot of goals. He had 7 goals in 3 games in the Super Elite before getting called up to the SHL. And yeah, he's just going to be a pure goal scorer in the NHL. So with the 8th and final pick of this mock draft, Montreal selects Cole Perfetti. Cole Perfetti is a very, very good player. He doesn't have as high as a ceiling as some of these players, but he is a very good player right now. He put up 110 points, I believe, in the OHL this year with the Saginaw Spirits. He is somewhat inconsistent, I believe. I've known about him for a long time, which is a good sign because he was good as a 16, 17-year-old, and now as an 18-year-old in his draft year, he is very, very good, and I feel wherever he goes, he will be a good fit as a 2nd or a 3rd line centerman. So that's the end of the video. If you want to see me do a part 2 where I do the next 8 picks, make sure to hit the like button and comment down below that you want to see that. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed, so hit that subscribe button. There should be a little circle on the screen right now. And yeah, so hope to see you in the next one.